Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and I'm recording this video because I recently got involved with Facebook Marketplace. I uploaded some products on there and, things that I don't want, that I have but I don't want, and that I also purchased like in yard sales for like pennies on the dollar. And there's a lot of videos out there showing people how they can flip those pennies into more money. Well, right now I'm having an issue with getting the Facebook postage QR code. So I actually had to sign up to the USPS and the UPS in order to provide and obtain the package to the buyer, and for me to obtain the shipping label. But right now, it seems like I'm having a hard time setting that up. And I have Facebook. I probably should have selected a different option on Facebook for them to handle everything. So it could be self-automated, because that's the way it should be. I think they should even have that in the description. Self-automated packaging. Just print our provided receipt. Something like that to attach to the package or a letter or whatever. But it's simple. All that they require is for a tracking number. So I can technically just go to the store, tell them that I need to send a package out. And then, they will just charge me, and they'll provide me with a tracking number, which I will be able to provide to the Facebook inputs, which will get directed to the buyer, so the buyer can track the shipping of the package, of the item or items the buyer purchased, in this case through me. But I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it's because I barely got into this. So maybe I should be selecting the Facebook, like, payout system. Because it'll be the simplest. It should be, like, highly recommended. With, like in blue. Like, the Facebook blue color. Like, highly recommended. The easiest way to go about it. Especially for non-experienced or new beginners. For beginners. Because we can all just go to any store these days, locally, and get something printed. Or even asking a friend, a neighbor, if they have a printer. If the neighbors say, yes, I have a fucking printer, then they'll be able to print the label right there. That's if it came down to it. Also, I don't know. Shipping so far for me from California, Riverside, California, 92503 zip code to Chicopee, MA, which is Massachusetts, zip code 01020. Is running around like $8, $9 for shipping, around there. So it's not bad. But again, I need a shipping order confirmation number. Not confirmation number, just a tracking number. And I just don't know how to go about it. I think from now on, I will personally be selecting the Facebook payout system. And I think they provide you, or the users, with the tracking number and everything. So, I don't know how Facebook does it, but I will assume that the buyer will place the order for an item that a user places on Marketplace. Then the seller will have the tracking number on standby. And once the seller prints it out and drops it in the USPS box or whatever mail provider they choose to go through, then they'll be able to click on package sent, which will send that same tracking number to the buyer. I'll be like, it's similar. Like, I can kind of see it like simplified. The more simple, the better. Um, Similar to like this new thing that the company GoDaddy did. They not only allow people to purchase a domain name now, but a website to go along with that. To go along with it. And it's super cool, super easy. Nothing complicated about it, especially if you know some coding and some computer knowledge. But if you don't, it's not like using Facebook or Instagram. Believe me, I've used it. But if it was that easy, then everyone would be doing it. And yeah, like, I think everything's going to be okay. Because right now, I spent like 2-3 hours trying to figure this out, when I should have just selected Facebook Payout system. But right now, I'm just testing the waters. I'm just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, or what works best for me. What works best for me might not work for all of you out there, or for any of you out there. A different approach will probably be more suitable to you people out there. But for me, I'm just testing the waters, because I don't even know the differences on the shipping. All I know is that Facebook asked you provide your own shipping. And then the top one was Facebook Payout, which I should have selected that one. I'm thinking it should be like Facebook Payout system. We take care of everything and provide a tracking number. Period. How are you going to provide that tracking number? Simple. Just print it out and tape it on your package. But I'm new to all this. So some of you are on different levels of education. Some of you might not even have any idea what I'm talking about. Some of you might understand what I'm talking about because you're on the same level, the same page that I am. And then there's people who have been there, done that in my situation. They have been in my situation right now. And now they have more and more and more and more experience. To where they're looking at me and they're realizing like, wow, I remember when I was first getting started and had to figure everything out. luckily for us in the year 2022 is that we have the internet, and the information is current, it's highly restricted, well informed, very professional, straight to the point, as it should be. That's what they used to say at my job. As it should be. Anyways, my former job, that is. Yeah, until I put in my 2-week notice. And it's like, fuck it if I didn't. Because no one ever hits me up. But like they say, it's nothing personal, it's just business. I guess. Because if people want to keep it professional like that, I can as well. I can as well. I can as well. And I will. I will keep it professional as much as I can. Hey, I don't feel stressed no more. Like when I was like trying to figure all this shipping out, I felt stressed, overwhelmed. But now, it feels like I could stay up for another 10 hours, like nothing. I'm just going to be very happy when I receive my money. And these little sales are not cutting it. And what's really cutting into my profit is the shipping and handling. But, hey, that's the cost of doing business. And then if they're not taxing us for shipping, they're taxing us for our taxes. And then if they're not taxing us for that, they're taxing us on the gas that we purchase. And the gas has skyrocketed. If they're not taxing us for that, they're taxing us for food. They're taxing us for water, utilities. They're taxing us for insurance. They're taxing us for hygiene, clothing, you name it. And even then, it's not cutting it. Like, I haven't been to the dentist for it's been like 6 months. In Redding, California. But still, like, imagine the rich people. The greedy people. Who want to just hoard all the money. And they never provide one dental service to those on the streets. Those on the streets are without anything, and these rich people who have money, they just make fun of people. Like, no wonder they can't have no medical checkups, because these greedy people take all the money. They're greedy like that. And it's true. Like, some of them, they're able to go get their nails did, their hair. They're able to go get waxing, their teeth all clean. They're able to afford braces. They're able to afford a nice house, a nice car. They're able to afford vacations and this and that and this and that. And we work just as hard as they do, if not harder. Is it because we're stupid? Or is it because they're that smart? Or are they both correct? At the rate I'm going, I'm really not going anywhere soon. Or ever, for that matter. It's fucking ridiculous. And to make matters worse is that all of our health, all of us, is just growing more and more. It's deteriorating us. Time is deteriorating us, whether we see it or not. And whether we notice it or not. I mean, we can notice it easily on other people, but when we look at ourselves, it's not easily recognized. But it's like, I'm just here wasting my life. And I think a lot of people are out there doing the same thing. Because everyone has heard the stories. There's a lot of people out there recording videos on how they can flip money. Easy ways to flip money. Easy little hustles. Oh, do this and you can make a lot of money. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Try it out. It worked for me. It should work for you. But at the end of the day, we're just all playing with math. Monopoly money. And we have to ask ourselves, like, what is the point? If at the end of the day, we all have some stuff, but Like we're all still alive. We're alive, which is the most important, right? For everyone. But like I just don't understand why I have to go through all this. And like I'm just another poor man. I don't know why everyone has to be all over my case, all over my life. Everyone talking about me. Like, if anything, these rich people out there are paying people to talk about me because as quiet as it is, they're just out there. No one even knows they're rich. They're just out there doing their own thing and fucking and just pretending like they don't have shit like the rest of us. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not doing something right. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe you people do work harder than I do. Maybe you people are more educated than I am. Maybe this, maybe that. I'm glad that you noticed the drift. I hate when people talk crap. Oh, Jesus. My brain is just overloaded with information. Um, I think one of the things that really stresses me out the most is who gives a fuck? I I just want to enter that rest, you know? God's rest. Not all this working in vain. Like, I hear these celebrities out there, these organizations are donating a lot of money to other organizations. I guess it's good because each organization has its own mission statement, a vision, a plot, a scheme, a strategy, whatever you want to call it. And it's good. It's a good thing. But I think that a lot of you rich farts out there and trust me, we can not only smell it from miles away, we can actually see it as well. It's so obvious. Like an atomic bomb. Or like a smoke grenade. Like that. A smoke grenade. And also so anyways, I was thinking like why the hell don't these people help a brother out on the streets? When they see someone like Eminem, a spitting image of, he said you're a spitting image of her. So in the same way, when you people out there, that was a song, by the way, talking about his daughter and referencing his girl, his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know how they're related or whatever. But in the song it says, "You're a spitting image of her."